Hello, we are here at Wepre Park today. It is Easter Sunday, so it's quite busy here, and we're down at the Rosie pond. We're just going for a little walk. It's quite sunny and warm today for a change. Let's show you the pond. Here we go. Got lots of ducks on the pond today. We've also got some Canada geese as well. So if I can zoom in on the geese for you and the ducks over there. Haven't seen any squirrels yet. The spot where I'm standing is the area where you can feed the ducks and you can feed the squirrels too. It says please feed on bird seeds because bread isn't good for the birds really, because it sticks in their stomach and swells them up. There you go, there's one of the geese. They were just having a munch on some seeds a minute ago. Should have brought some seeds with me. I've got some seeds in the house. Feed the birds in the garden with. Next time I come I'll bring some seeds for them. But somebody's already left them some seeds. But here's a view of the Rosie. Looking a bit green today. Got some fishermen over there. There's some fishermen at the top as well. You have to have a licence to fish here in the pond, but you can get them at the D-side tackle shop down in Shotton. But you've got all the reflections on the water from all the trees. The ducks were swimming in the water before, but they seem to have gone to the side now. It's not particularly high temperatures today, but the sun's making it really hot. Nice and green colours. The lily pads just down there. There are the lily pads. There's any frogs on them. There is lots of wildlife here. They encourage the wildlife. We're going to be going across the old golf course in a minute. They've left it to overgrow for the wildlife. So we'll see what we can see. There's no squirrels at the minute. Usually there's loads of squirrels. This is and robins as well. Just seen a robin then flying into the bush. And magpies. You always see a magpie or two in the park. But here you go, feed with bird seed. Usually this is where the squirrels hang out. I'm sure they'll be around somewhere in the woods. And there's usually rabbits. If you come in, I've been here at night time, and there's been foxes and rabbits running around. If you do come fishing here, there's a sign down there. It says, attention all anglers, you must have a landing net and unhooking mat with you at all times to fish the Rosie, or you will be asked to leave. Got a little monument in the middle there. They've got the poppy there, and I think there was a little a flat figure of a military man or something. And I think they've got little insect houses on there. I'm not sure. That's what it looks like. And there's lights on there as well. It lights up at night. A little island in the middle, but just look at the colour of the water. And all the greenery from the trees. Nice. So a little walk down this way. Nothing on the information board, unfortunately. Usually though, when they're fishing, they don't like you to go inside. It disturbs the fish. But obviously if there's no fishermen, then you can walk around the inside. Many years ago when I was a kid, didn't have any fencing round, all the way round. Used to be able to go all the way along with no fence, but they put fencing in now, so don't disturb the fish when they're fishing, especially if you've got dogs. Go and look up here at this point. They'll give you a little view of the pond. Some more of the lily pads down there. Lily pads. Pads, huh? Lily pad. There are some more woods up there. Takes you up to the top of Wepre Estate. More people, you can see fishing over there, and the ducks in the water. So this is Easter Sunday, like I said, the car park is rammed. They've had to open extra space for more cars. People from all around come visit the park now, since it's been advertised on social media. When I was a kid, it was just a park for the locals. Everyone used to come on Good Friday. It was a tradition many years ago, whether it still is I don't know. Everyone used to come Good Friday to the Wepre Park. Anybody used to come Good Friday to Wepre? Let me know in the comments. You used to bring your picnics. Now Good Friday, it's always raining. There's one of the ducks there. Can I zoom in on the duck? There he is. In the water there swimming. Let me give us let's see if we can get over here. Or maybe they're going to sleep. They had enough of a swim. There's the big one there. I think they had enough of a swim. They all seem to. I'm guessing that's how they go to sleep. They tuck their heads into their wings, don't they? Maybe it's a bit too hot for them out there. You can see the fish in the water. Well, you can see the bubbles, different areas. There's one over there, and just over there you can see the bubbles in the water. That's the fish.
That is why kids need to get out.
To see if we can see any squirrels along the way. Head off now. So we're going to go to the gardens, the old gardens for the house, which has been done up. They're trying to recreate the gardens to its original state. Let's go and have a look, eh? So down that way it takes you across the old the old golf course. It was kind of a funny golf course. It was on a slope, on quite a big slope. Now they've left it to overgrow for the wildlife, so the wildlife can now enjoy the area, which is good. But there is little pathways across that you can walk. So let's have a look. See if you can see any wildlife down here. Got a little bit of a water here. Got like a little curb there, look. Little pipe coming out the bottom. That's quite murky, that water. Don't know if there'll be any fish in there. It's been raining the last few days, Good Friday, and yesterday it rained a bit as well. So this is a decent day really, bank holiday tomorrow, so it's going to be raining tomorrow I think. If we're lucky and it's dry, great, but I did check the weather and it said rain, so. Got some lovely trees down here, very nice trees, blossoms on, pink and white blossoms. Look at that, pink and white. So if it's not too sunny that you can't see. There we go, that pink and white blossoms, nice. Here we go, a little bit of a waste ground here. It's got a wooden platform over there and rocks and different things, and this here is the education area. So probably that's where they do activities and different things for the kids, adults as well probably. They do activities here in the park throughout the year, the season, different seasons. Let's have a look then. See all the blossom all on the floor here, look. Look at that pink, isn't it lovely? Pink blossoms, white blossoms. Right then, let's go and have a look then. Let's go see what we can see. Oh, this way then. Got some bird boxes over there. Whether you can see the bird box on the tree. Blue bird box. There's a few bird boxes dotted around. Look at the blossom. Pink blossom on the tree. Lots of space to walk around. There's a magpie over there. Just a magpie. No mate. Let's have a look what we've got up here. You might walk that way, I think. Come into the gardens over that way. Let's have a look up here. This will take you up to the old golf course. This was the old golf course. Got some of the white blossoms on the tree. Look at that. White blossom on the tree. Blowing in the wind. So there you go. It's a little walk up there that you can go. Takes you to the top. If you go all the way to the top of the golf course, to the Red Rock, you can go that way to Devil's Basin, which is the top end of the woods. There's some steps to go down into like a Devil's Basin. Like a little basin shaped like rocks with water in the middle. Not far from the bridge and steps for the castle, Devil's Basin. We'll go this way. We have done Devil's Basin before in a previous video. So this is going into the main woods now this way. I think the cafe is open today. There's quite a lot of people outside. No ice cream van though, but cafe's open, so they do sell ice creams in the cafe. Different various flavours. There you go, I'll show you the old golf course. You can see how slopey it is for a golf course. So there you go, let's give you. So there, what you can see is the golf course, was the golf course. So it's quite a bit of a slope really to play golf on. But now it's, certain areas have been left to overgrow. And there's certain areas where there's green space, you can walk and enjoy the wildlife. The path there takes you back to where we come from. It's just basically going round. But we'll go down this way. This takes you down to the main woods. Some of the little pipe there. Something to do with the water probably. Oh, quite a lot of midges out today. That's me, that's their dinner for them, innit? Me. Seem to like me. Ah, here we go. What down here? This is the main woods, and here we go. Here we are. This is the garden area of the old gardens of the old house that used to be here. If you haven't seen previous videos, check them out. We've mentioned about the house in there. I'll give you a little bit of history. The visitor centre was where the spot was where the old manor house used to be. Quite a big house. And the house near the end, 1930s, was left, and it was like deteriorating. Then the council came and they bought it and turned them into flats, and some people living there claim to see things. Don't know how true it is. In the middle of the night they were getting their feet tickled apparently. My dad remembers the house. He used to deliver the milk there when it was council flats, and then there was no upkeep of it really. It's a shame it got knocked down. I think the story was it build us swimming baths or keep the house in the park? And because kids were going swimming in the River Dee, drowning, they thought, let's have our swimming baths. Shame really, innit? Because that house would have been so nice. I'd love to have gone around the house and seen what it looked like. Obviously a bit of work and we needing doing to it. We just come through a metal gate. So you can see there's the old posts from when it was a house. From the old house. Got little ponds and flower beds. And a little fountain, which isn't the original fountain, I'm afraid. The original fountain got moved to Maud Street, so there's a park down there and there's a bowling green. Got destroyed, so they've done a replica one here in the park. Here you've got a little pond down there, quite a lot of wildlife in that pond. And the seats all the way round. And on the seats, each seat there's a different life cycle of some of the wildlife and some of the plants and things here. It's got some flower beds. They've got some herb flower beds as well near to the visitor centre. Not sure what's in them ones. But when you go down there you can smell all different herbs. Because they're trying to redo the gardens how they used to be. And we've got some gravestones, which we have filmed on previous videos. These are some of the animals they used to have here. I'll zoom in on some for you. But I don't know if these are originals or they've been painted, because you could hardly see what was written on them. Had a fit, died quick, born the 18th of November 1884, died 1895, so 1 year old, Vic. I don't know if that was a horse or a dog, because I think there is horses and dogs here. And there are some on the bottom here as well, which you can't see really, because they're all covered in bits of tree and mud and stuff. And some of there are, I'm not sure it's one or more gravestones have been taken out and put safe, because the name of the animal in particular is a racist name for today's society, so they've got to take it out, unfortunately. Let's have a look at another one of these for you. Rector, age 4, shot 31st of March 1890, 8 without stint, lamb without mint. So some of these are dogs and some are horses, I think. Not too sure, there's some more down there as well. But we filmed these on previous videos. It's quite busy down there, the visitor centre, yeah, it's open. There's lots of information in the visitor centre, just through there. Zoom in for you, and there's a cafe and toilets, hot cold foods, hot cold drinks, ice creams, and they do activities in there as well. Activities for the kids and stuff. There's a little room in there. They do activities, nature activities and things. And down there is the more flowers and plants have been planted down there. And the fountain. Not the original though, but a mock one. We've been down there before, it's quite busy down there, so we'll head up this way. Go down to the pond area, shall we? Don't think there's any fish in this one. Not sure, but I don't think so. I think there's like frogs and newts and little insecty things. Give you a look down there. People sunbathing. Some look at their footballs. Might head over to the cafe in a bit. I think it shuts at 4 though. Some of the wooden slats have come off the top of that. They just come off. Or whether people have took them off, I don't know. Some steps going down into the gardens there. This is a little pond area. So here we go. On this one it's got, you can't really see it really, but it's got, let's go down a bit, zoom in a bit for you. The trees of Wepre Park. And it's got all the different trees that you can see in the park. We've got willow trees, oak trees, rowan, ash, holly tree, elder, cedar, birch, Scots pine, maple, hawthorn, and I can't really see, alder, I think that says on the bottom there, alder. Different types of trees you can see in the park here.
Where's Rosie? Oh my gosh, Reggie, I see it. What is it?
And the path down there, that takes you down into the main woods. There's lots of little woodland areas here. Loads down by the Rosie Pond. You've got the main woods to the castle. And if you go by the waterfall up the steps, there's loads more woodlands and little ponds up there. Woodlands heading towards Shotton. It's quite a big park. I don't know if you could see anything in the water down there. Sometimes you usually see like little bubbles. Lots of insects on the top of the water. As long as leave me alone, I don't mind. We've got the life cycle of birds on this one. Is it? Oh, frog, sorry. Silly me. Life cycle of frogs, there you go. There you go, there's the life cycle. Got some bluebells. I think that's what they are. Not very good. On naming the flowers. And there are still some bits of the house. You've got some wall here going all the way down to the bottom. There's 2 archways at the bottom. And there's also, the cellars are still here as well, underneath the visitor centre. The cellars, the old cellars of the house are still there. I'm not sure if you're allowed to go down and have a look with permission. That's something I've never looked into, but if anyone knows, if you can, let me know in the comments.
You see these there that are just in that water? Look, they walk on the water surface using water taxis. Using water taxis. Using surface taxis.
Right, we're gonna walk down this way. So I'm going to check out, see if the cafe's busy or not. Checking. Thought my shoelace was undone, but it's not. I think it's a twig or something stuck to my shoe or something. Look back at the graves over there. Bit of history. So there is a little bit. Oh, there's a little robin over there. Don't know whether you can see him or not there. Oh, he's gone, has he? Oh no, he's still there. There's quite a lot of little robins around the park. I've seen quite a few today. He's gone off into the bush now. Yeah, we decided to go down here. Most of them are over on the other side there having a sunbathe. You can see the flowers. We were here the other night and you can't really see much in the dark, but you can see the flowers. And it's amazing, the flowers, all different colours, and they haven't been destroyed. Wow. Oh, little secret passage up there. I think it's like a little substation, I think. Just walk up and have a look. Ah, no, it's the gate into the rangers area where they have the vans, little trucks to go on the parking and stuff, and the tools and all that. Because the park is well looked after by the rangers here. Lots of lovely flowers here. Have a look. See what flowers there are. Some nice flowers here going down the steps. Look at that. And we'll have a look as well at what the house used to look like too. There's a picture over there. So there we go. Let's zoom in. Look at them. They're nice, aren't they? Nobody know what they are. See if I can get better down here. There you go. I have no idea what they're called, but if anyone knows, let me know in the comments. Purple ones on both sides of the steps there. Nice, aren't they? And let's have a look what we've got over here. Some more flowers. Look at these ones. Red. And yellow. And there's some more over there as well. Red and yellow. Let's have a look at the ornamental there. There it is. This isn't the original fountain. Very nice though, isn't it? Let's go over here. Let's have a look at what the house used to look like before we go in the cafe. Got a little seat up there to sit on. I don't know whether you'll be able to see. Right, so here we have, that's the visitor centre just there. Now this view of the house is supposed to be exactly where the house is. It's like it's really good. It's like a 3D view of the house and the gardens. So that's where the house used to be. So if I go here, it's quite difficult. I'll zoom in a bit. There is quite a bit of shadow on you. So there you go. So that is the house, which was stood where the visitor centre is now. You can see the gardens with the fountain in the middle there. Trying to move it as best as I can. I'll zoom in a little bit for you. So that is now where the visitor centre stands. As I said, the cellars are still underneath, the original cellars. The visitor centre on top. But just look how nice that would be if it was still there. I know we need swimming baths for the kids to go swimming in, but still, I'm sure there was a bit of extra cash to put to keeping this house up and running. But there you go, Wepre Hall. Anyway, that was the house that used to once stood here with all this woodland and the castle. The castle's down that way, and it takes 30 minutes from the visitor centre to walk to the castle. I suppose it depends on how fast you walk. And they've done quite a lot of work over the years along these routes. Because when I was younger, there was steps down the bottom which they've removed, and it was more muddy and sloshy, and because back when it was a house they wouldn't have had like all paths like this. It would have been like overgrown woodlands, I'm guessing. We're going to head down, so that's the back room in the centre where they do activities. Down the steps here. There is a slope over there, so you don't have to do the steps. Here we go. Some more nice flowers here as well, look. Down there is your waterfall. Look at these ones. I have no idea what these different flowers are. There's something like purples and blues in them. Nobody know what they are, what they're called. So that way you've got your waterfall. We were down there live streaming the other night. There we are, we're at the cafe now. So we're going to stop here, drink maybe a snack, not sure, see what they've got. I hope you enjoyed that little walk. Andrew's off to fly the drone. This is the cafe. Toilets inside as well, but there are toilets outside of the cafe as well when the cafe's shut. So hope you enjoyed that little walk around the Rosie Pond and the gardens, and you get to see the old house that used to be here as well, the old house. So yep, we're off now to get a drink. So we'll see you next time. Keep watching though for the drone footage. Stay in the queue, okay? Keep going.
Any of them ones, Oliver? No. Are you getting one of them, Jack, like Sam? That one. Just a hobble. Oreo mini one has heavenly honeycomb, banana.
No, it says please be
Thank you. Strawberry, vanilla. What are you rabbits? You know, what are you rabbit?